Hey, David Weigand here, 10-minute daily reality check coming at you. Wow. We are now halfway through, a little more than halfway through July. I mean, that's pretty amazing. My birthday was a couple of weeks ago now. Life seems to be moving forward and friends seem to be reacquiring and wanting to hang out. Or do they? What do I mean, do they? Do friends really want to hang anymore? Or do they want to delete you from their life? Oh my God, being deleted as a friend. Holy shit, what am I going to do? I can't believe it being deleted from someone's friend list. But now I have my good friend Trav Regan here. He is awesome, crazy, fun, and one of the most authentic people I've ever met in my entire life. Trav, you've posted something a couple of weeks ago that really resonated with me. Can you share it with everybody?
That I can. Thank you, David, for having me on. Hello, everybody. And that introduction, I really appreciate that. Anytime somebody can call me crazy and they know a little bit about me, I like that. Hi, my name's Trav Regan. I made a post on Facebook, that's why I'm here, and I'm going to jump right into it. Very quick 5-second background on me. One side of my business is devoted to coaching, consulting, marketing. Pretty much taking, how people do crazy things in the marketing world and break it apart. And the other side is coaching and motivational speaking and working with people one-on-one and breaking down the psychology of our everyday social infrastructure. And I made a post on Facebook the other day about something that is kind of like a rant post, one of my favorite kind of posts, but this one hit a little home because, we live, sleep, breathe social media, right? Every day. David, what is the first thing that people do when they wake up in the morning?
Well, they take their hot, sweaty hands that were sleeping by their side, especially if their AC is not on enough, and they take those hands and they touch that sexy, beautiful gorilla screen that the smartphones have. And then they start fondling that screen and they look at their Facebook feed and they LOL something or heart something. And then they look at Instagram and look at a picture, and they do all this while holding in a full bladder because, God forbid, they miss the post.
That's right. I mean, you said it best. It's like people will forego peeing, right?
Yes.
Or people will forego brushing their teeth or basic like human habits and needs to keep us healthy. And they will look at the latest and greatest comment or post or whatever. It's because we've trained ourselves, and the psychology you can go on and on for, a long time about, but really it's the same thing that we used to get, 15 years ago from standing in a line with somebody and talking to somebody and smiling and going, wow, you're a really unique individual. And they would smile and like cock their head and be like, thank you. Or when a friend would give you a hug and it causes that chemical reaction in your body to give off dopamine, and it tells your brain to feel good. And every part of you kind of feels good when somebody gives you a hug. Or, you're working your job and you've done something great, and a higher up or a boss or somebody you report to will come in and go, you've really done a good job today. That is what we now get and what we seek from social media. So when it comes down to friends on social media, like if you look at the past and the history of Facebook and increasing the friends limit and basically, allowing people to have more friends at times, and they're probably going to do it here again in the next like year and a half, and it's going to jump to 10K. It's like we've treated social media like this vehicle that doesn't really have humans behind it anymore. And there are these posts that come out, and this is the post that kind of set me on edge, which is basically somebody had made the post. If you can see this post, it means you made it. I just deleted 700 friends, so if you are still here and made the cut, woohoo! Like that was the post.
I know. And like, wow, goody, I'm still your fake friend.
Right. Like literally the language around this is what you said. It's you made the cut. Let's celebrate. And it's like, whoa, hold on a second. First off, what the sorry, I'm just going to come out language. I don't know if your podcast allows it. Probably does. I mean, you're David Weigand. You're David Weigand, right? What the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, you have the ability to arbitrarily cut 700, 1,500 people from your friends list. That's a clear indicator that you're doing it wrong. You're doing friends wrong. Secondly, is why are you creating this unneeded hierarchy of people to feel better than other people? Not feel better than other non-humans, to literally have a portion of humans and creating a hierarchy for them to feel differently than other people. It's unneeded and it's wrong, right? So I made this post and I'm like, look, it's not about numbers. It's if you need to take me off your friends list, like if you're gonna if you have the ability to just cut people, if you don't go through your friends and actually approve people that you think you're gonna make a connection with and use social media for what social media is used for, then go ahead and add me to that 700 and make it 701, right? Because it's not about that. These are real people, and it doesn't make people feel good. And that's basically all the comments that this post got, right? It was like 120 likes, something like that. And it was basically like 45 comments of straight, wow, I hate this. Trav, you're right. People hate this. It doesn't feel good. It's like, and then there were pictures that people were sending on that post that were like, GIF images of all this stuff to where they're like, take me off, right? Cleaning out your friends list doesn't matter. No one cares, right? It's so funny when you give people, when you make these kind of posts, when you're audacious enough and have the tenacity to follow through with questioning our status quo, people then get the ability to stand on that platform and go, yeah, I fucking hate that.
Yeah, but nobody listens.
Right.
And that's the problem is that we've become Facebook, and you and I have talked about this way too many times in one of our many amazing conversations that if we recorded, people would understand the validation we are seeking. It's almost like we're a bunch of geeks that really have no life, that are seeking validation from fake lives because deep down, 90% of the people have some form of social phobia, some form of socially connecting with people. Because if you walk around everyday life, nobody really communicates or talks to each other because it's too hard. Yet you walk around day to day life and you're looking at updates from 1,500 people you don't know, and you feel validated that you actually have a database of so called friends. You feel really great that Glenn Thompson from high school, who teased you because he was the quarterback, is now your friend on Facebook 30 years later. You actually feel validated. You're like, wow, Glenn does like me. We are friends. He even liked one of my posts. We are really turning into the most pathetic, insecure culture I have ever experienced. I find it a disgrace. If I was an alien looking down above right now, I'd look at Americans and I literally would sit there and go, we don't need to do anything in this planet because this planet is so easy to take over. There are a bunch of idiots that follow people who are idiots. Everybody is just being an idiot, following another person. There's no individuals left. I mean, that's what I feel, Trav. That's like, I just feel like we have just stopped understanding what social contact is. People just are mentally and physically masturbating their days and nights away.
It's hard, man. I mean, like you said it, and it's like it's hard not to feel that. Like that is an extreme, but it's hard not to feel that because that's what we're taking these platforms that have given us the ability to connect with people across the world, and not just to connect with them, to see videos, to see stories, to see 5-second videos, to see images. Right? Like it used to be a flip phone that you dialed a number into, and there were like social media didn't exist, and now that social media is here, it was amazing when it came out and it was pure in its infancy, like a baby. It was pure, and we have corrupted it. We've corrupted it so much that we have changed it for our individual needs. And when we get out of that, the second you take a step back and you go, hang on a second, every person who comes into my social media, I'm going to go through their page and make sure I want to add them as a friend. The second you start asking yourself questions, can I offer this person value? And can I connect with them and offer value to their life? And can they do the same for me? That is when you start creating a network of people that's going to build you up. But when you don't do that, you end up with tons and tons of just bullshit everywhere. I mean, like, I'm in like I've been in an industry like 3-4 years ago that was all about recognition, like very very ego driven, marketing, and there's a reason behind that because it's about your authority and your brand. But what does that entail? That entails clicking confirm and approve on every number because you want to look like you're maxed out on friends. You want to look like you're maxed out on people. You want to look like you have huge networks. You want to, and you're really not surrounding yourself with beauty. You're not surrounding yourself with light. You're not surrounding yourself with individuals who are going to bring you up, individuals who are doing the things you want to do, living the goals you want to live. right? Connecting the way you want to connect. Instead, you're surrounding yourselves, and I'm not going to use names. David, this is going to be my next rant post, man, is I saw somebody yesterday who was talking about their income and what they do.
Ew.
And they said, his name starts with an R. It was bad. It was very bad, but this pissed me off. He's talking about how people come to him and are like, hey, how do you make the money you make? And he's like, look, trading your time to get paid by the hour is a broke person's way of thinking. Any monkey can do that. And I'm like, first off, trading time for money is what you do no matter if you're doing it smart. If you trade time to create a product and you sell that product 1,000 times, you still traded a small amount of time for a big result. But calling people monkeys, right, who might be happy working in a 9-to-5, might be happy working as a B player. I mean, I just think that social media, and I'm, getting back to what the episode's about, social media is not a platform to try to elevate yourself above anybody else and go, my group of friends is better than all the rest of the humans, right? It's not. It's something to connect. It's that same mentality when you're in a Starbucks line and you're looking around and everybody's on their fucking phone. It's like, hold on, put it away for a second and reach out your hand to somebody and introduce yourself.
It's funny. I tell people all the time, look at social media like your closet. If you haven't worn that person in over a year, get rid of them. It's the same way when you clean out your closet. You look at the clothes that are hanging out in the back and you think to yourself, well, I bought this 5 years ago. Eventually, I'm going to wear it. You're never going to wear it. Whatever you haven't worn in a year needs to go to Goodwill. So I strongly suggest the same way with social media. If you have not reached out and had an IM session with somebody, if you have not reached out and physically connected with somebody, if you've not reached out and really enjoy somebody's post because they actually will enhance your life, then you clean out your social media. You should only have people that benefit you and you benefit them. It should be a tight-knit group of people so you can support one another's goals, dreams, and aspiration. The rest of it is pure noise. Do you really care about Glenn Anderson, the high school quarterback who just celebrated his 22nd anniversary to the high school cheerleader when you have not even spoken a word to them since second grade? What's the point of reading that noise? Because it's such a detriment to your own personal growth when you're reading other people's useless memes, useless noise, and really seeking validation as a form of insecurity. You're never going to be able to go back to high school. And that's why Mark Zuckerberg figured this out so brilliantly. You'll never go back to high school. You'll never get the validation you're looking for. So why not just validate yourself with a small group of people that actually you can have a cyber barbecue with? People who you care about, and look at it that way. If you were going to have a barbecue or a pool party, would you really invite Glenn Anderson and his hot cheerleading wife, and both of them put on 100 pounds and they don't even look that good anymore? They're not the it couple anymore. So take a look at your friends lists. Take a look at it and ask yourself, do I benefit from having these people in my life? If the answer is no, then delete them. Don't post it that you've deleted them. Just delete them and grow the fuck up, people.
That's powerful advice. That's powerful advice. Yeah, and like you said, the only other word of advice would be don't post about it. Because if you need proof, go check out my post. Go check out what people really think about it. It kind of just makes you look like a douche, right? Friends are friends, and they're supposed to be treated like friends. And the ones they aren't are supposed to be treated like people.
Very well said. Hey, Trav, how can people reach you?
People can reach me on Facebook at /Trav Unleashed. That's pretty much, or /Trav Reagan, either one of those, facebook.com /Trav Unleashed. Or you can just Google me, Trav Reagan. I'd love to connect with you. I hope you got value from what I said. And David, I want to give a huge thanks to you for having me on, man. Awesome content. Love it. And, we could go on and on for hours and hours about this kind of stuff.
Oh, we could, and we're going to bring Trav back a lot because the fact of the matter is Trav is like another side of my brain. So when Trav and I go off on something, you're going to learn something. Anyway, do me that favor. Please rank this on iTunes. Do all that social media stuff you need to do. Share this on Facebook because you know what? Maybe if everybody took the time to delete the people that they don't longer connect with, maybe we'd actually all have the friendships we truly desire in person. So this is a very important podcast to spread, to share. I want to see this on everybody's Facebook wall when it is posted, and I'm going to hold you accountable for it. I want to see the shares because it's time we took back our lives instead of gave it away to people who we need validation from 30 or 40 years ago. David Wygant out for the 10-minute daily reality check. See you tomorrow every single day for radical self-help that doesn't suck.